Welcome back. It is 7:18, and in the last one, we just kind of really focused on the way of the samurai, having Akiteru get his skills up, having our children. Unfortunately, our baby boy did not survive, so we are pregnant again, though, so hopefully we can have another child survive. And then this year, we have 3 birthdays. Norihiko Taira, Masato Abe, and actually Heijiro is dying this year. He rolled that at the very beginning of this challenge, so he is dying. And let's start with our toddler who will survive. Excellent, excellent. Masato, will he survive? He is the only adult with those kids, and he dies. Okay, well, I mean, those poor kids have been shuffled around so much, but they are going to have to get shuffled around again because their only caretaker just passed away. That's crazy. Okay, well, anyway, let's hop into the game. Okay, so here we are in the game. We're pregnant and we have 3 toddlers. So let's keep it going here. We're going to take care of all their needs. We are going to make sure that also everyone's working on their aspirations. So I believe, yeah, the successful lineage aspiration has you interacting with your child. And actually, Kyoyoshi also has that aspiration. So he is going to interact with Kaide a little bit too. I'm not sure that we'll be able to get him to finish the aspiration just because his kid is already grown up and stuff. But maybe we can do it with Kaide here. But we need to wait for some of her children to become actual children in order for her to read to them. So there is that. And then I am going to release Matsu's spirit because she has been terrorizing my house, which is just great. And we are going to do that. And it looks like the baby will be born tomorrow. So let's have Akiteru continue to work on his samurai stuff while we have Kaide cooking a meal for the household. The children, all the 2 older toddlers can use the bathroom by themselves, but we will make sure that our youngest Yuri can do that as well. So we are going to do our best to get all of these kids potty trained so that they can sort of take care of themselves because there are way too many of them. And now we have Haru having another boy who does survive. I mean, Haru is just on the boy train. I wish we had as many boys as Haru has, but unfortunately we don't. So we're just going to have to keep moving forward with that. So that was Toshimoto Taira, who was just born, and he is one of the many boys that Haru has had. Unfortunately, we do not have any, so I'm really keeping my fingers crossed. Akiteru has to go to work. I am not going to have Haru get pregnant again because technically Heijiro is supposed to die today, but we will be going to his household later on in the video in order to actually do that. So that's what we're working on. Meanwhile, Kaide and her father are here with the kids. We cannot play with the children while we are pregnant, but we can still, do our best to hang out with them. There goes Yuri now being able to use the potty by herself. Kyoyoshi is meditating. He is definitely very happy with the way that his family is going. I know that he's really disappointed that he doesn't have a grandson yet, though, because that was like the whole thing is he was finding a husband for his daughters who would take his name because that was really important to him to have his name become in the samurai way. So there is that. And we are going to just continue on here, taking care of everyone. And, I think that Kyoyoshi is really happy that Akiteru is really taken to the samurai way, and he's almost at level 10 wellness, so he's doing great. And we are really happy with the way that things are looking for him, and he is definitely the son-in-law that Kyoyoshi always hoped for. Obviously, we can't expect them to be renowned family or anything right now because obviously we are just in the first generation, and in the first generation we are focused more on living in poverty and stuff, but we are going to one day have a world-renowned family of samurais, and it's going to be great. And Kyoyoshi definitely sees that vision through Akiteru, and he's hoping that Akiteru does the same as him. Maybe if we can't have any sons, we will make sure that Matsura's husband is someone who can take our last name and stuff. So that would be great. Anyway, we are going to check on the kids here, check on, a strict family dynamic, which is funny because he's literally playing with the kids, so I don't know why he's strict, but that's okay. So we are going to just continue on. This is just the way we're living. There's no drama in the main household today. It's all inside households, so we'll get to those in just a few minutes, but for right now, we're just, living happily, waiting for our child to be born tonight. So we're going to get through the next day, taking care of the toddlers. Akiteru is working hard under Heijiro so that he can, continue to increase the value of their family. And we are going to have the kids talk with each other to get their affection up. We just really want our attention up. We really want to make sure that everyone is okay. Also, it's hard for me to take care of all their needs, so I'm just doing the best I can. So it really does take all of my attention and 2 adults to take care of these kids' needs. So that is just wild to me. I do not know how people do the 100 baby challenge. Like, forget it. I could never. So anyway, today is the cherry blossoms have bloomed, and today is a good day to go view them. So I'm just going to cheat their needs so that we can send everyone on a little hike. So I'm going to have the 3 adults go on a hike. Obviously, the kids are too young for that, so we'll just leave them at home. But yeah, they're all going to go on a little hike and enjoy the cherry blossoms and all of that. I don't know why Kyoyoshi is freaking out, but he is. He's scared of the dark now, but that's kind of silly because it is 9 a.m. I don't know why you're still scared. Like, that doesn't make sense. So anyway, we are just going to go and look at nature and look at the scenery and just always enjoying everything, and it's going really well. So they are just doing a great job, and just going around. So we are going to just follow them on their hike. They are having a good day, a nice, beautiful nature day, and all of that stuff. And then I saw these spirits, and I wanted Akiteru to make a wish, like maybe, wish for like his family's success or something, but they end up disappearing. So it's really unfortunate. We did lose them, but maybe one day he'll be able to make a wish on a spirit for his family. So we're all going to head home now and be just taking care of business here. And she's peeing herself. I know, you're pregnant, it's not your fault. So she's going to get in the shower. Okay, and the toilet's broken. Everything is just breaking. It's fine. So we are going to take care of the kids, and tonight the baby will be born, and then after the baby is born, we will head to our side households to do their drama stuff. So I'm really excited about that. It is mostly going to be in the Taira household, obviously, because Heijiro is dying. So we are going to just move forward here with the kids playing with some toys and having a good time. Akiteru, again, almost at level 10 of the wellness skill, so I'm just going to continue to work on that for him. I really want him to get to level 10. We'll also work on the other skills for him. I think it'll be easier once we have like children who are all working towards stuff, because like if all of our children, when you're a teenager and you're working towards these skills and stuff, it goes a lot faster than, Akiteru didn't really start until he was a young adult. So that is definitely something that we have to take into consideration, is that when we can start them younger, it'll be easier. So that'll be something for future generations to really get them in the samurai way as, young children. And we've gone into labor, so let's do this. I'm so excited. And our sink is broken, our toilet's broken, everything's broken. But yes, let's do this. Let's have our baby. So Kaede, you're a champion. You can do it. Look at her go. Oh, she's doing it. And it's a boy. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. He survives. You guys, our heir has been born, and we are going to name him now Kage. Kage. Yeah. There's no soft G in Japanese. Now Kage. And we could probably call him Now for short. I was thinking about calling Matsura Matsu, just because we already determined that not Matsura isn't even a name, so we can just nickname her after her grandmother. But there is our baby boy. So we have finally had an heir to this household. We now have a little Now Kage, and we are really excited about having him, and hopefully he survives. If he doesn't, it's okay. But we're going to continue to have children. It's not like that this is our last child, but it's our first son who has survived childbirth. So that's really exciting for us. And, hopefully it all continues to go well. So that is where we're at with that. Just going to look around the house a little bit. She's got to go to the bathroom, and we're going to just take care here before heading out. So we are now going to head out to the main menu. There are 2 things that I want to do here. So the first thing is we are going to have to kill off Masato. So unfortunately, he is going to die. And what we're going to do is say that since the farm is under Taira control, and they were just using the Takesakas, now the Abes, in order to control the farm and have cheap labor, we are going to say that probably Shintaro is like, oh my gosh, the farm, I'm in charge of the farm. The farm is my family's farm. He kind of thinks that if he comes here and like takes his children back in, even though they hate him. They don't really know him anymore, and he's not really kind to them, probably because of who their mother was. So he is going to kind of come back and take control of the farm, thinking that it makes him a big shot, even though he's just, him and his family are just cheap labor for the Tyras. So there is that. He thinks that he's a big shot now, but he's not. So anyway, we are just killing off Masato. We can say that he died in a fire because I had him die by fire, so it was just a fire, and he ended up passing away. Next, we're going to head over to the Tyra household, and as you can see, I've added someone new to the household. I'll explain that in just a second. So first we are going to come here and have Heijiro pass away, so he is going to die first. I'm thinking that he probably dies of something silly, like, an STD, or like, something that, nowadays would be something that they could easily fix. But back then it wasn't so much, and also something that is a result of his own actions. So I am going to have him die of rabid rodent fever. Wow, that was really hard to say. So he is going to die of that, and we are going to say that he just got some disease that is easily fixable, but because he's a moron, he died from it. So there he goes, and we are going to say goodbye to Heijiro. Here is our little baby. Okay, so there is our baby, and we are going to just put the urn over here. And so what's going to happen next, I'm just going to create a club so that I can control all the Tyras, because there is stuff going on with them. So we are going to include all of the Tyras who are a teen or older, and we are going to call them all here. So I'm just trying to find a good spot that is well lit for them. And what are you doing out here? Come back. Okay, so this is Susumu. He has basically heard of Heijiro's death, and he has been sent as, like, from the main branch of the Taira clan, he has been sent as their representative to come and handle Heijiro's affairs. So he has come to, be the man and take control of the situation. And so, of course, Koryo is totally trying to butter him up and, be like, I'm the first wife, and she's like trying to act like she's in charge and all that stuff, even though Haru is really the person who has been in charge. And so they're going to have a family meeting here, so they are going to all meet together and then going to make sure that they can all talk. If you would just come into here, please, I beg of you, Sims, if you could just do what I ask you to. It's hard for them. So anyway, we are going to have everyone sit down. We're going to take control of Koryo. So here is everyone having their, family meeting, and he's basically like, I'm here from the Taira clan, like from, because obviously Heijiro is just like a countryside branch member. So he is like, I'm here to take control of the situation and put Heijiro's affairs in order and, take care of the family and kind of take over until, perhaps the son is old enough. So basically, Koryo is going to totally try and get in his good graces. Oh, our baby aged up. Okay. So she is going to try and get his good graces. She's going to kind of show off her daughters and be like, oh, my daughters, they're of marriageable age now. Like, if you're going to be here anyway, you should have a nice young wife, blah, blah, blah. And really trying to get him on her side so that she can kind of retake control as the lady of the house. And so he is just kind of like, oh, like maybe, right? So he is going to come out here and relax and kind of enjoy his time out here and, kind of enjoy the accommodations. He has been chosen based on probably his merit or his family connections or something to come out here and take control. So he is really excited about that. And Haru is going to come out here and join him in the hot spring. It's very scandalous because obviously they should not be doing this almost, with not a lot of layers on. And so she's going to start flirting with him and kind of, dropping hints. Like, she just became a young adult. She's not old or anything. She just has a lot of children. So she is going to start flirting with him. And actually he's socially awkward, which is so funny. So maybe that's why he didn't get a higher position. But yeah, so she is basically going to flirt with him and kind of, say to him like, well, you could be, you could get a nice young wife out of that, or you could be the father to the heir of this household. Like, you could be in a much higher position if you say, or with me instead. And so he's totally into that. I mean, Haru's a beautiful lady, and she is definitely in a higher position than like Ringoyo or Choyo. So he knows that Choyo, say, would be a puppet for her mother and everything, but he knows if he decides to marry Haru instead, that he can be in control of, the flow of this family, and that the future heir of the family is someone who would look upon him favorably and not as the husband of his mother's enemy. So that is basically what's going on. Haru has successfully convinced him that she is the right choice and not Koryo. So Koryo again is losing to Haru. She is not able to control the family, even though she's making desperate attempts to, including selling off her own daughters for it, but it's just not working. So anyway, she comes in here and finds the two of them, woohooing, and she's going to yell at Haru and call her names and basically be like, what are you doing? Like, and Haru's like, oh, I can do whatever I want. Like, he's going to be my husband. He's my husband. And, let's say that they're going to have a grand wedding later. But, yeah, so Koryo is so mad that Haru just kind of swept it right out from under her. And, basically, Susumu is like, excuse me, you can't talk to my wife that way. Like, they're very much like, Koryo is mad that she wasn't able to gain a foothold in the household, gain some control there. So that is what happened. I'm going to update all the family tree and stuff off camera. As you know, I don't have a lot of time this week to be doing stuff. I'm really hoping that I can get that one last video done. If I can get Monday's video done, then I will have successfully made it through the times that I have been afraid that I have not been able to make videos for. But if you don't see a video Monday, that's why, because I've been traveling for work. So anyway, we'll do our best to get it out there. So let's wrap this up. I will catch you in the next one.